Hello and welcome to another week of Watch Me Do Family History with Chris Knudsen. This is episode number 5. So being the 5th episode, we're going to start from the beginning again and show you how to do family history the way I do family history. My goal is always to find new people to add to my family tree and to do it within 30 minutes. So the way I do family history is I always work in the United States. Luckily, I have lots of ancestors from the United States, and I stay in the United States because that's what I'm comfortable with. So we're going to do some descendancy work, and to start off, I always grab one of my great-grandparents. Harriet Jane Lamb is who I've started with, and just like the last 4 episodes, we are working with my ancestor Daniel Beebe. Let me go ahead and blow this up bigger. And with Daniel Beebe, we've so far found several new people. And we're going to go and click on Descendancy. So I always go back to the 1700s. I find an ancestor, and then I look at the Descendancy chart. So what we're looking for are children without spouses or children. So we've been working on Daniel Beebe, and we went down to Calvin Eaton Beebe, and we were working last week on Linus Dwight Beebe. We've found most of the stuff from that, so now we're going to go down to his younger brother Olsen Eaton Beebe and click on that. And Allison was born in 1830 and also married Anne Eliza Wincoop, and says here that they had 3 children. And let's look at these children. So you have Ruth Celia Beebe, born in 1853. Does she have a spouse? It's possible she might have a spouse. We have Walter Calvin Beebe, who has a spouse and 11 sources that are already attached. And then we have Walter Jacob Beebe, born in March 1861. And he has a spouse listed named Martha Meach. So we've got Walter and Martha and 4 children: Albert, Harrison, Anna, and Maxine. It looks here like Albert's already married, and he married Emma, and they've had children, and those people are born after 1910, so we're not going to deal with them. So let's close Albert. Harrison Beebe married 2 people, it looks like. We're not going to go any further with that. Anna Lillian Beebe, 1903, and Maxine H. Beebe. Interesting, they already have a death date there. I'm curious about this one. Let me just click on her. And it says born in 1905 in New York. So let's click. I'm going to right click on her person and go to open link in new tab. And we've got Maxine H. Beebe, born about 1905 in New York, death September 1956. But the only thing attached is a 1910 census record in Chatham, Columbia, New York. I think that's how they pronounce it. No spouse listed. So she's got one source. Let's go ahead and look at that source. So here is the 1910 census with Maxine H. Beebe living with her parents in her grandparents' house. Looks like Martha L. Beebe. Let's go back and see. Yes, Martha L. Meach. I knew I had seen that name. Okay, so Martha L. Meach, Walter Jacob Beebe, Martha L. Meach, Albert, Harrison, Anna, and Maxine. Okay, so let's go back and look at that source. So Meach. I bet this is Martha's mom, Martha J. And then you have a son named Alfred and a daughter named Martha. And this 12-year-old can't be the son. It's of the older Martha. It must be the son of this Martha. Albert, Harrison, Anna, and Maxine. Oops, wrong click. Albert, Harrison, Anna, Maxine. Okay, so those are the children of Walter and Martha. Albert, Harrison, Anna, Maxine, and Frank. Okay, well, why wasn't Frank added to the tree? Let's go ahead and review attachments. Interesting. So you've got lists of people that are already attached, and it looks like Alfred, Martha are attached to something, but not here. Let's see what's going on here. And then you have Frank. Okay, so Martha L. Meach. Sorry, Frank was born in 1909, and maybe that's why they didn't add this baby. Let's go ahead and add him just for fun. And he was born 110 years ago. That's why they're asking, hey, are you sure this person's alive or dead? We're just going to go ahead and find him as deceased, and we're going to go find his death record. I'm just going to say he is old, but we're not going to leave it at that. Since we're adding him, let's go ahead and find his death record. So in 1910, he was living in Chatham, Columbia, New York. So let's click on Frank, and we're going to go to his person page. Frank W. Beebe, born in 1909. There's a 1915 census record. Looks like there's a marriage record here. Cattaraugus, New York. Married to Melinda St. John. Interesting. 1930. That's a possibility. Let's review. There's no birth date on this marriage record. Marriage date is 1930. That would have made him 20 years old. Let's see if we can find more information on this before we attach this record. So we've got Frank W. Beebe. Let's go ahead and look in Ancestry. And there's a birth record, 15th of May, 1909. Okay, birthplace, Chatham, New York. That's our Frank. It's same Chatham, New York. Birth date, same year, 15th of May. Let's go ahead and let's save this. Let's go back to, let's take his ID number. So we're going to use that fun extension from Google Chrome called Record Seek. We've copied Frank's ID. We're on Ancestry, which is a different website. So we're going to highlight that information so it goes into the notes section. I'm going to come over here and click on Record Seek, click on Family Search. It's going to recalibrate, and I'm going to paste the record ID number and hit Next. And we're going to attach this source to Frank W. Beebe. I'm going to say same birthplace as census and same birth year. That's why I think it's the correct census. And we are done. Let's go ahead and bring that back. So we've got that record, 1910 census, 1915 census. Frank Beebe, possible burial record here. Frank Beebe, 1915. I don't know. There's nothing linking that. Let's look at the 1915 census. So this is a state census from New York with Martha L. Beebe, Albert Harrison, Anna Matine Frank. So if we go back here, Albert Harrison, Anna Maxine Frank. Albert Harrison, Anna Maxine Frank. Okay, so that's the right kids. So, and they're still living in Chatham in 1915. No more information there. So let's go back to Frank. And we're going to change his birth date because we know he was born 15th of May in Chatham, New York. Sorry. Go to the details, edit. 15 May and Chatham, Columbia, New York. And there's already sources attached for Y. So I'm going to hit save. Great. And now we know that Frank W. Beebe was born more than 110 years ago. So we've just added a new person to the family tree. And I'm just going to click on view my relationship just so I can see I am related to Frank through Daniel Beebe. I love that button. I think that's so cool. Okay, so we've got Frank. Now let's go ahead and go back to Walter. Okay, there's something wrong with Walter's wife's information. Martha L. Meach. So let's go clean up Martha. Missing standardized birthplace, missing standardized death place. Let's just clean this up a little bit here. Somebody must have just added an extra space or something. GEDCOM data. We've got a 1900 and a 1910 census. We also know she's in death before 1920. I don't like it very much when people put fake death dates. Martha Meach birth or marriage record. New York City. Martha Meach, husband Walter, daughter Ann B. Burr, marrying Thomas Olsen. Spouse's name, Anna B. Burr. Okay. So, their daughter, Anna. Anna B. Burr. Okay. So, now we've got Anna's marriage record. But it looks like it's her second marriage because she was married to a Burr previously. So, yeah, let's go ahead and attach this. So we have Martha Meach, mother of the bride. Walter, husband of the bride. Father of the bride, I mean. Then you have Anna B. Burr, born in 1903. Same as what we have. Attach. And let's make... Now, in order to add the husband, we have to change the focus person to be Anna. So you do that by clicking change. And now this Thomas Olsen pops right into the husband box. And we're going to click on add. There's nobody else by the name of Thomas Olsen, born in 1903. No birthplace listed here. And the marriage happened in Kings, New York. So let's hit create new person. And attach. Okay, now, while we're here, Thomas Olsen, his father is named Ole, and mother is named Hermine Hansen. So let's go ahead and add his parents. So we're going to make the focus person, change focus person to be Thomas. And that puts the parents up in the parents' location. And Ole... I'm going to say Olsen, but that sounds like a misspelled thing. We're going to say he's deceased, and I'm just going to say old because he's older than his son, and we know his son was born more than 110 years ago. And attach the marriage record to his father, and his mother, Hermine, is deceased, and we're going to give this reason as old. Okay, and attaching that marriage record to her as well. Okay, so now, to make sure that Thomas doesn't already exist on the tree, and that we haven't just added a duplicate, let's find a census record with Thomas and his parents. So since Thomas was born in 1903, I'm going to right-click on that, open him in a new link. He should be in a census with his parents in 1910, or we can just take this 1905. So let's just check again. Parents are, mom is Hermine. Let's see what this says. Thomas Olsen. Oh, Hermine Olsen and Ole. So Ole is his father's name, and tons of kids. So just to make sure, let's go ahead and attach all these people. First, we're going to attach Thomas. I'm not sure why there's two residences. I'm just going to add this one. The other one doesn't make any sense. We're going to attach. And let's go back up to Ole. This will add his birth as Norway. Birth date as 1861. And residence, we're just taking the bottom one. Same thing with the mom. Birth is Norway. Birth date is 1864. We're taking just the one residence. Now, we've got Thomas Olsen, and we've got all these other kids. I don't want to add all these kids yet until we make sure that Ole and Hermine are not already in the... You know what? Sometimes, let's just click. Okay, that one didn't come up. I'm looking to see if any of these kids already show up in the family search. Yes, okay. So here we have Christine Olsen, who's got a different last name on this record. Spouse Simone Homey. Simon Homey. Parents Ole Olsen and Hermine Hansen Olsen. So these are obviously the same people. So we're going to add this sister of Thomas. So I'm going to hit select. And we're going to add the residence here and attach. Now, let's go to Christine's record. Because I just added Christine under this couple, which gives her two sets of parents, because she already had a set of parents previously. So we have Christine home. with parents Ole Olsen and Hermine Hansen, and brother Thomas. And here we have the same Christine Holm with parents Ole Olsen and Hermine Hansen Olsen. So even though they were already in the record, it doesn't look like she had very much they didn't have much more information here. So let's just merge Ole Olsen with this Ole Olsen. Possible duplicate. So the one that I created just a few minutes ago is this one. Born in 1861, died in 1930. It's so weird. Didn't we add that his birth was Norway? So we'll have to add Norway to his birth. Death, let's go ahead and add that. And we're going to add a second wife, Hermine. And we're going to add Christine Holm. Continue merger. Now, this Ole Olsen has 2 wives with the same name. But because there's this one's weird, I'm going to go to the new one we just created. And while we're here, let's just edit her birthplace as Norway. The country. And hit save. And possible duplicate. We know that that's the same woman. Neat. Okay, so we've got Hermine Hansen, Norway, deceased. Ole Olsen, Christine Holm, spouse. Why would they have a spouse as Ole Olsen? Twice. Oh, I see. This one's... So she also had a previous Ole Olsen twice. So then we're going to have to merge those two again. So we've got Hermine Hansen married to, we've got to merge these two again. So if I just click on this, sorry, if I just open, which one is, okay, so we're going to go to this one. We're just merging the duplicates. And again, we're just cleaning up all the records to make the tree cleaner. And we're going to change the birth to Norway when we're done here. So birth place is Norway, the country. Okay. And while we're here, let's add this death record. Oh, this is daughter. No, we don't need to, or let's add this census record just to make sure that these new people have a few records attached to them, giving them some additional information. Okay. So let's go add this. Thomas Olsen. Okay, So we have Thomas Olsen now with his parents, and the parents have birthplaces. So let's go ahead and see if there's any find similar people, just to make sure that there's not more. This is our record, 7JN for Thomas Olsen, with wife Anna Lillian Beebe, parents Ole Olsen, Hermine Hansen, and birth 1903. Why don't we have a birthplace? Let's fix that. Birthplace. Okay. Birthplace. United States. Let's check this one. Birthplace. New York. Okay. So we're going to add birthplace as New York. And just the state. Okay. And let's look for similar people. Thomas Olsen, Ole Olsen, Christine Home, married to Anna Lillian, and born in 1903, 1907, 1900. Okay, so that didn't show us anything. Let's click on Ole Olsen. And we're going to do the same thing, find similar people. We're just looking to see if Ole Olsen has anything on the tree. Okay. This birdie, Hermine Hansen, 1864. Death, 1901. This one we have 1930. So that's a different Ole Olsen. So we're good there. And so we've got Ole Olsen, Thomas Olsen. I think he's good. So let's go ahead and stop there. So today we took a look at Daniel Beebe. We went to Maxine Beebe. And we were able to find a new son, Frank Beebe, who we found was born in May of 1909, so more than 110 years ago. We went to Martha L. Meach as the spouse of Walter J. We found her as the spouse of Walter Jacob Beebe. And we're going to go ahead and stop there. Okay, thanks everybody for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and share it or like it. Subscribe to my channel. Watch me do family history. Hope you have a lot of fun doing your own family history, and we'll do this again next week. Have a good day.